It is time for justice.
Order in the court. Order in the court. It's time for justice with Sweet James.
Sweet James Bergener of Bergener and Associates joins us on this Christmas Eve to discuss justice and helping out people. If you've been in a car accident or any kind of accident, if you've been bitten in the balls by a dog or worse. Is there worse? Yeah, wrongful death, slip and fall, van accidents, which are worse than car accidents because vans are bigger generally. Call Sweet James, 800-881-2021. Sweet James Bergener and Associates, 800-881-2021 or sweetjames.com. He joins us in Orange County on an ISDN line, which is why he sounds so good. Here he is, the dense beard of justice, here to answer questions on the law on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, Sweet James. How are you?
I'm doing well. Merry Christmas to you guys.
Yeah, you sound great, Sweet James. You have plans. I know you and Matt are going back and forth about Chicago this Christmas season, but what does Sweet James do for Christmas? Does everybody in your family cuddle up in your beard and you just sit by the – how does it work?
That's exactly what happens, B.
Oh, come
exactly.
on. Really, Sweet James? What do you do?
Exactly right,
Do you go
man.
look at the Christmas lights? I mean, what do you surely you must do something.
Yeah, the Christmas lights, and then we have a nice Christmas Eve, a nice dinner, and we share some family gifts, and then we wait around for Santa to come.
Hey, be honest. Do you own a boat?
I don't.
Okay, all right. Sweet James Bergener is with us right now. A lot of people like to tweet Sweet James at Sweet James Law, and sometimes they tweet him questions about what's going on. And this one came yesterday, and it said, P, see, that's me, P, Petros. Can you ask Sweet James how the hell I get out of my jury duty selection? I'm male, so I'm not nursing. I'm a felon, but it's from when I was a minor. What do I do?
That's a good question, man.
I think it is. What do you do, Sweet James?
Well, that's a great question, but, let's just bring it back a little bit here. I mean, serving on a jury is a privilege denied to the majority of the world. I mean, the American legal system is freaking awesome, and the ability to serve on a jury is cool. I mean, it can change somebody's life. So you really shouldn't avoid jury duty because it's cool. I mean, we've all seen enough LA Law and crazy TV shows. To be a part of that is something special. But judges and attorneys are looking for somebody that's impartial. So if you have just some crazy bias, a judge doesn't want you on there. Or
like if you hate Pete Carroll?
Exactly.
All right.
I don't know. I don't think that one's going to work if you hate Pete Carroll.
I don't like Pete Carroll.
I don't
Get me
think
off this jury.
I don't think that's gonna get you out.
You could wear a
Maybe I'm
T-shirt.
crazy.
How about Sweet James going L.A. Law instead of like CSI or anything?
Yeah.
We just go
Going old school.
He goes straight Harry Hamlin on
Jimmy Smith.
L.A. Law. They're pretty good.
That's what got me into the legal field, right? LA
Wow,
Law,
Sweet
right?
James.
Hey, James,
It really is.
What
not,
about all the
but-
cliches we hear? Do they work when someone says, I'm religious and only God can judge? Does that work? Does that get you off the jury?
No.
That doesn't.
No, most judges just cut through that sort of garbage and they'd like, you're going to serve. I mean, that's
Right.
That's what it's going to be. If you show up drunk in a clown suit, you might not serve.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
But then you got to get a ride home.
Exactly. You better Uber.
Yeah.
What if I go, I'm against the running quarterback?
You might be the foreman.
Okay.
Oh, how about that?
No.
Congratulations, Pete.
What if you're a felon and you're a minor, you were a minor when you were a felon, you still got to go, huh?
Yeah, those records are sealed, and so you have the obligation and the privilege of serving on a jury.
As a legal man, James, we often hear, you win the lottery just by being born in this great nation, the finest nation on the earth. Where does a right to a trial by jury rank of all the great freedoms afforded us here in the United States for a man like you? Where is that in the hierarchy?
It's grouped in this ball of like awesomeness that is America. The trial by jury. To have that here in America just frees us up from tyranny, from all sorts of craziness. I mean, it's really shaped the movers and shakers of this great country. The pioneers, the developers, the ideologists who've made America so great have been able to do that because they don't have to worry about some crazy president or some crazy king, but they're able to be valued by their peers here in America.
Sweet James
Hell
Bergener,
yeah.
man. I just think I think of a young Sweet James with a very light beard. I'm sure Robert was with him at school at Utah, his alma mater, just staring at the Wasatch Mountain Range and thinking about how much he loves America, from sea to shining sea. Sweet James Bergener at 800-881-2021, giving legal advice on Christmas Eve. That's how much he loves you listeners. Here came another tweet from @SweetJamesLaw. It comes from @GhostRunner24. He says, what happens when I cut my neighbor's bushes that are over my property, but then the bush ends up dying? If my neighbor has, and I have this problem, Sweet James. I have a neighbor.
Do?
Yeah, well, I have a neighbor. I don't know if it's a problem, but I have a neighbor with bushes that hang over, and then they volunteer to come over themselves and cut them, I guess, to avoid this kind of thing. So every once in a while, there's an old lady with a hat and gloves in my backyard. And first, I think it's a ghost, and then I realize it's a neighbor cutting her bush from the other side. But do you get a lot of this angry legal action between neighbors, Sweet James? What can a man do in these situations?
What was it? Robert, the great poet, Robert Frost, didn't he say good fences make good neighbors?
Oh, hey.
Pull
Look
that
at
one out, huh?
Sweet
Pull
James.
that
But, come on, we live in a wonderful society here. We're all friends. And so, you know what? Talk to your neighbors first. You don't have to just
How
go
about
crazy.
that from Sweet James? You talk about jury duty. Hey, we live in a great country. Serve your jury. Hey, my neighbor's causing me problem. Talk to your neighbor.
Yeah.
Talk
Avoid
to
the
your
legal
neighbor.
process.
See, we say he's a great guy. He's a great guy. What if my neighbor sucks? Like Ronnie. Ronnie's Armenian neighbors hate him. And I don't want to blame the Armenians. I kind of want to blame Ronnie. So what if it's
we know Ronnie.
What if it's a
I know.
relationship like that, Sweet James?
It's a light penalty. Yeah, if your neighbors, talk to your neighbors, but if it's growing over on your property and you don't want it there, it doesn't need to be there.
There we go. Knock it out. Kill the bushes. Hedge aside. All right, James, have a wonderful holiday. We always appreciate you, especially coming on and helping the people out. Not to mention, you do it 24/7 on your Twitter feed @SweetJamesLaw. Have a wonderful holiday season.
You too. Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas. Remember 800-881-2021 for great legal help. Sweet James Bergener, our personal injury attorney, and sweetjames.com. There's nobody like the dense beard of justice. And remember, you don't pay until you settle. You don't pay until